Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahams Parivrajagacharya Ashtotara Shata Srimad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 17, Text 5. Kaha Tvam Mat Sharane Loke Balat Hangsi Abalan Bali Naradevaha Asi Natvat Karmana Advijaha Kastvam Macharane Loke Baladhamsi Abalan Bali Naradevo Si Veshena Natavat Karmana Dvijaha Kastvam Macharane Loke Baladhamsi Abalan Bali Naradevo Si Veshena Natavat Karmana Dvijaha Kastvam Macharane Loke Baladhamsi Abalan Bali Naradevo Si Veshena Natavat Karmana Dvijaha Kastvam Macharane Loke Baladhamsya Balad Bali Naradevo Si Devena Natavat Karmana Dvijaha Kaha Who are you? Tvam You Mat My Sharane under protection. Echo. Loke in this world. Balat by force. Hangsi killing. Abalan those who are helpless. Bali although full of strength. Naradevaha man God. Asi appear to be. Veshena by your dress. Did you you put the bass low? Echoes. Natavat like a theatrical player. Karmana by deeds. Advijaha a man not twice born by culture. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Oh, who are you? You appear to be strong, and yet you dare kill within my protection those who are helpless. By your dress, you pose yourself to be a godly man, king, but your deeds are opposing the principles of the twice-born Kshatriyas. Purport. The Brahmanas, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas are called twice-born because for these higher classes of men, there is one birth by parental conjugation and there is another birth of cultural rejuvenation by spiritual initiation from the bona fide Acharya or spiritual master. So a Kshatriya is always twice born like a Brahmana, and his duty is to give protection to the helpless. The Kshatriya king is considered to be the representative of God to give protection to the helpless and chastise the miscreants. Whenever there are anomalies in this routine work by the administrators, there is an incarnation of the Lord to re-establish the principles of a godly kingdom. In the age of Kali, the poor helpless animals, especially the cows, which are meant to receive all sorts of protection from the administrative heads, are killed without restriction. Thus, the administrative heads, under whose noses such things happen, are representatives of God in name only. Such powerful administrators are rulers of the poor citizens by dress or office, but factually they are worthless, lower-class men without the cultural assets of the twice-born. No one can expect justice or equality of treatment from the once-born, spiritually uncultured, lower-class men. Therefore, in the age of Kali, everyone is unhappy due to the maladministration of the state. The modern human society is not twice born by spiritual culture. Therefore, the people's government by the people who are not twice born must be a government of Kali in which everyone is unhappy. Om Agyan Timana Daskyan Jana Shilakya Chakshunun Mintamina Tasmai Shri Guravin Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthai Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Prasharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Bhashtyate Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasini Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Kastvam Macharane Loke Balad Hamsi Abalad Bali Naradevo Si Veshena Natavat Karmanad Vijaha. Oh, who are you? You appear to be strong, and yet you dare kill within my protection those who are helpless. By your dress, you pose yourself to be a godly man, king, but by your deeds, you are opposing the principles of the twice-born. Prahlad Maharaj is speaking to the Kali Purusha, personality of Kali, and he is expressing surprise. Kastvam, who are you? What kind of person are you? You're dressed like a king, like a Kshatriya, and you seem like from member of the Dvija community. But you're killing and you are powerful, he's saying, but you are killing someone, a Balan Bali, someone who's not having any strength, you're attacking that person. He's very surprised because Kshatriyas are meant to protect against harm, and this person dressed as a Kshatriya, he's not protecting, he's harming people who are without protection. So he's a shock. Why is he so shocked? Because Prabhupada explains here in the purport that the higher caste, they were meant to undergo Diksha. Dvija. Dvija means second birth. This one word Christians have caught on to a lot, born again. But here in Vedic culture, Dvija, it means one who took birth again. Prabhupada says that we all have one birth, parental conjugation. One birth is by how we got the body. That's one birth. But there's another birth, Prabhupada says, cultural rejuvenation. Spiritual, exact term he used. cultural rejuvenation by spiritual initiation. Initiation means beginning. So when one takes Diksha, it's the beginning of his spiritual cultural rejuvenation. Culture, what is culture? Culture is important, not in modern age. Now no one cares about culture. But culture means that higher behavior and practices. Higher behavior and practices someone exhibits. This was considered valuable before. It made the distinction between higher and lower grades of humans. A cultured person will behave properly. His life will be dedicated to the truth. He will be knowing what to eat and how to behave, very different from an uncultured person. So, everyone is born, janmane jayate shudra. Everyone is born a shudra. Samskare bhaved dvijam. By samskar, one can come to level of a dvija, second born, to a person of a higher culture. Samskare bhaved dvijam. They are different samskars. But actually one of them is this initiation. The Vedic initiation, there was samskar of upanayana. Upanayana means you take a guru and you follow the guru. Now it's not done. Now they'll do the ceremony usually just before marriage. And then, otherwise how will you get married? You have to be accepted in that caste. But previously that was a samskar that someone had to go through. And by going through these samskars, Dvijatam jayate nirnam. They become twice born. Otherwise, once born, everyone takes one birth. Dog, cat, snake, janme janme sabhi pita mata paye, Krishna guru namile bhaje hariyai. At birth, everyone gets a mother and father. Even the dog, cat, snake, devata, everyone got a mother and father. But Krishna guru namile. But to get a guru, pramanic guru, bona fide guru, this is not common. This is a great thing of value, because when we come under the bona fide guru in the process of Diksha, what happens? Yatha kanchanatam yati kamsam rasa vidhanataha tata Diksha vidhanena dvijatvam jayate nirnam. Just as bell metal and mercury together can be turned into gold by chemical action, so it's a person who undergoes the process of Diksha becomes a twice born again. And that second birth means that the Guru is the father and Shastra is the mother. Dvijatvam jayate nirnam. He becomes a Dvija. How is it that people are surprised? How is it that someone can change by the process of Diksha? The process of Diksha, we come under some spiritual forces. Those energies are coming through the Guru. Through the Guru, Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. Divya Gyan Prakasha will be appearing, manifesting in the heart. How? By Shri Guru's mercy, not anyone else. Chakudan Dilojay Janme Janme Prabhu said, Chakudan, he'll open the eyes. And in one description, Srila Prabhupada explains this verse, Om Gyan Dhimrandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitamyana Tasmai Shugurave Nama. Very common, even out of ISKCON, people know this meaning. You know the translation? Approximately.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was born in
Ignorance.
My guru
Open my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. Okay, now let's look at the literal translation. Om Agyana Timirandasya. I am afflicted by ignorance. Agyana Timirandasya, because I'm in the darkness of ignorance. Gyananjana Shalakaya. What is Shalakaya? It's an instrument for removing cataracts. Jnana Anjana, that is a purple cream, is placed on the eye to remove the cataract. Jnana Anjana Shalakaya. With the torchlight of knowledge, okay, but actually he's removing the cataract. Why can't we see? Because we have cataract. We cannot see. We cannot see who we are, who is God, what is the meaning of this life and this world. We can't see that. But actually we can see, if we remove our cataract, that the covering on the eyes, that covering is the borne about by our desire for sense gratification. So Maya covered us. Now knowledge is gone. Avrityam jnanam etena jnanino nitya vedina. The eternal enemy, nitya vedina, has covered the I, the knowledge. Avrityam jnanam etena. Jnanino. Jnanino means the one who is full of knowledge. Jnanino, full of knowledge. Avrityam jnanam etena jnanino nitya vedina. So, the one who is full of knowledge has now lost all the knowledge. So just like that we have vision, no more vision. It's covered. Vision has been covered. So, Jnananjana Shalakaya, Chakshur Unmilitam, who uncovered, who removed it. He's the Guru. He will give us the eyes. Chakudan Diloje. He gave eyes. He gives eyes. Chakudan Diloje. Janve Janve Prabhu say. Then Divya Gyan Hridaya Prakashito, that in the heart, that knowledge comes. Which knowledge? That knowledge actually is not coming from outside. It's already there but covered. This is the problem. So that will be uncovered by the process of Diksha, because by the process of Diksha we come under spiritual forces which come through the Guru, which again spiritualize and remove all this guna and tendency for sense gratification. Of course we have to want it. So that system of Diksha, it's a scientific process by which Jiva can again come to his original nature as a servant of God, initially through the Guru. In spiritual world we serve Krishna. But even there, we're not directly. We are assisting others to serve Krishna. So, here in the material world, we take Diksha and we serve Krishna through the Guru. And that morning, Guru Vashta gives a very deep idea about Guru's representation of Krishna. That he is directly engaged in serving Krishna, in the arranging the loving conjugal affairs. And therefore it's very dear to Krishna, Ati Vallabhasya. Okay, so now the process of Diksha changes the Jiva, brings him to that point where he's got his original nature. That is the process. It's transcendental reformation. Like someone sometimes gets addicted to alcohol or drugs, they'll put him in rehabilitation. Or juveniles who become very misbehaved, they put in a correctional facility or reformatory facility. So we have to go through reformation. We are very misbehaved, don't know how to behave towards God and Vaishnavas and Shastra. So that has to be brought. Reformation will happen through the Guru and through the process of Diksha. It brings us to the sattvic level, then to the transcendental level. And if we can come to the sattvic level first, then it will help us in the process. So, many years back, Parikshit Maharaj was observing someone from the Dvija order, but not behaving like that. And he was so shocked. Kastam, who are you? How is that? You came in my kingdom, Macharane Loke, those who took shelter in my kingdom, Macharane Loke, Baladhamsya Balan Bali. With force you are killing because you are strong, but you are killing those who have no strength. How can that idea come to you? Because you are Kshatriya, dedicated to the Vedic culture, which means you should be protecting. Kshatriya means to protect these people. But now you have taken the role of aggressor. That was a shock. But today, this is the norm. Today, it is a normal thing to see people like this, not in the twice born order, who are posing as belonging to higher order, Dvija, but they are not. Prabhupada says here, worthless. Administrative heads under whose noses such things happen are representatives of God in name only. We say Naradeva because rulers representing God. God wants that people follow Varnashram, so the ruler will do that. God wants that the miscreants be curbed. Vinashacha dushkritam. He wants that. So the ruler will do that, representing God. Paritranaya sadhunam, protect the sadhus, the devotees. So God wants that, administrators do that. Whatever God wants, powerful administrators would do that. But in the modern day, those who are taking that position as ruler, said to be representing Krishna, are in name only. They are representatives of God. And such powerful administrators are rulers of the poor citizens by dress or office. But factually they are worthless, lower class men without cultural asset classes. Prabhupada always spoke about classes. He spoke now what class are we? You have first class, second, third, fourth. Prabhupada says now it's 10th class people. Kali Yuga means 10th class, not first, second, third, fourth. Shudras good. Actually, Shudras are good. They're in Vedic culture. They're following something. But now Yavana, Mlecha are completely off out, anti-Vedic. So Prabhupada says, worthless. There's no worth. Lower class men, no cultural asset. Culture, not something today people look for. But culture before meant proper behavior towards men, women, children, sadhus. Culture means waking up early, keeping clean, taking a bath, studying the Shastra, speaking from the Shastra, and following Maryada, avoiding Maryada Vyatikrama, orders of Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. That is culture, but no culture now. Here Prabhupada says that without cultural asset of the twice born. So now, Parikshit Maharaj was going to administer justice. He saw this situation. But here it says, but we can't expect justice or equality and treatment or equal treatment from once born, spiritually uncultured, lower class men, lower class, not of the higher classes. We can't expect. Okay, so we Prabhupada explained, like us, we are not going to get involved in trying to reform government and crime and peace. This will not work. We have to introduce concept of people taking Diksha from Pramani Guru, from the Guru, Dvija, and getting good character. Good character. And so then they'll be able to properly decide now how to behave, what is wrong or right. But in this age, with this, you can explain them. So that it's difficult in this age to get people of that level. And so it's a waste of time. It will be a waste of time to try to reform this culture, this society, when the people are like this and level of animals. What everyone has now, this is called Swabhava. The Swabhava of the living entity means his nature according to birth. The nature according to birth is called Swabhava. And that depends on our past actions and past karma. Swabhava jena konteya nibaddha svena karmana, Krishna tells Arjuna, that you don't want to fight. Kartum nechasi yan moha, due to illusion you don't want to fight this war. Karishyase avashyo, but you will fight. Because Swabhava jena konteya nibaddha svena karmana. One is binded by his Swabhava. Swabhava is that you must do something, then you will do it. So many, even in spiritual societies, modern societies, so many now crimes, various kind of crimes. And now they're saying, okay, so many crimes on women and children. Explosion of crime. What do we do? Train people, explain them, teach them in the school, educate. Why? People don't know it's wrong? They know. You don't have to educate. They know it's wrong. These things are wrong. But they are having the swabhava of cat and dog. Cat and dog won't discriminate. So this is the problem, that their swabhava is such a tamagun, rajagun, then they'll commit crimes. Even it's not easy. We can just come in a society, change our dress and put tilak and everything. But the swabhava has to be removed. That comes with proper practice of bhakti. So swabhava jena kante nibaddha, we are tied by this nature of the swabhava. But in the process of diksha, this is changed. Body changes. How it changes? that we should understand. That is the process of Diksha. Yatha kanchanatam yati comes rasa vidhanata, tata viksha vidhanena, dvijatam jayate niram. By the how same process, by the chemical action of mercury and bell metal, gold is produced. So, tata diksha vidhanena, dvijatam jayate niram. Through the process of Diksha, one can become a dvija, good character, cultured person. That can happen. So the swabhava has to be corrected. Otherwise, what we are trying to reform now, good government, no corruption, no crime, that won't happen. And so devotees are just pushing on this one thing, that we have to introduce Krishna and this Vedic culture. This will bring peace, not what everyone else thinks, that will bring peace by more police or moral education class in the school. That won't work. There's that story of the jackal, that he was roaming around and fell in a tub of blue dye. You may have heard that. So then he's roaming around, then the animals came to him, hey, who are you? Are you the new king? Yeah, he thought this is a good idea, I can just, pass off as something else. Yes, I'm the new king. Then they announced, the new king has come. And then they tell, the lion is not the king, this is the king. So he's different kind of animal. So they started to treat him like a king and honor him. Okay. So then he came, then came the full moon night. And full moon night, jackal, what will he do? He'll howl. So, but normally one howls, all of them will howl. So it's full moon night, somewhere far away, one jackal howled. Oh, he also howled. Oh, then, hey, this is a jackal. Then they attacked him. So it's not, you can't change character just by changing dress and all these things. But really change has to come by absorbing principles of bhakti and by weeding out, understanding what is the ideal, what we are meant to be following, in the Vedic culture. Culture is highly valued in Vedic culture. So Prabhupada is giving the solution for good government. Forget good government, good society. Now, it says here, people talk about people's government. Government by the people, for the people, of the people. Prabhupada says, therefore the people's government by the people, who are not twice born, must be government of Kali. They're all Kali Purushas, Kali Chelas, not following Vedic culture. We did decide who to follow. So, in that shloka, Svabhava Jena Kaunteya, there, Prabhupada explains in the purport. By nature we must act. We can decide that I'll act for Krishna or I'll act according to my Swabhav. If we are acting for Krishna, that is, we are glorified. Otherwise, we must act. Krishna se avashya pitat. But we'll act according to Swabhav and bind ourselves on this material nature more. So Prabhupada is giving the solution to good government. Good government means that the head should have taken Diksha in a bona fide process and following the process properly. So when we follow the Guru, then this change comes. Not by Diksha, but by following the Guru. Then that change happens. The process of Diksha is not one event, it is a process. So then we become elevated, we become purified. This is a good government. Dvija, men who are twice born, they are representative of Krishna, not Kali. There's a choice, Krishna or Kali. Kali Purush, here, he was recognized immediately by Parikshit Maharaj because of his culture. But immediately we can recognize followers of proper culture. Proper culture is Varnashram culture. And even to follow this culture, one needs qualification, adhikar. In the past, Prabhupada would say about establishing Vedic culture, Varnashram, and some of the disciples that time also. But Prabhupada, we are Vaishnavas. Then Prabhupada said, then why are you following? Why not we, they? If they're Vaishnavas, then why are they falling down? Why are they not following? So Prabhupada from beginning explained this point. Yes, we are practicing bhakti, Everything is in bit, but because of the swabhava, past nature, we have these tendencies which need to be curbed, and it's not enough that we need a strong correctional facility. Yes, bhakti will purify after a long time, but then there's a risk because we have swabhava, these vasan and bad impressions of our sinful life of the past. So anytime they can come up and take over. So the culture has to protect. Proper culture. In the culture we are protected, just like there's a net. It's these poor people who walk on that rope with a stick like this. But there's a net down. So that net will protect. So similarly, we need the protection. Because we can't trust our nature. That nature can be destroyed through this process of Diksha. In Srimad Bhagavatam, they speak about different kinds of pralaya. There is a pralaya in the end of Brahma's day. There's a pralaya at the end of the Manvantara. Not so bad, but it's there. There's a pralaya at the end of Brahma's life. More? Any more? Yeah, that's it. But they speak about a fourth pralaya. This is the pralaya that happens when one becomes a devotee. When he comes out of material existence. This is also pralaya. We destroyed the shell of material consciousness. So that is, we are not the same person. So that happens when we follow the process of bhakti through the Guru in a bona fide way. So pralaya happens, that we destroy our material nature. That nature that we are born due to our karma in past life and actions and desires, that is dictating to us, but that is destroyed. And so that is pralaya also, that is destruction. One kind of pralaya. In this age, people want justice and equality now. So Prabhupada said, no one can expect justice or equality from once born people. Now, if we want to reform this society, even our society, ISKCON, it's good, perfect. Prabhupada brought everything. But when people coming, they'll maybe not have the same mood or goals. So if we want to reform, then we have to emphasize this process of people taking Diksha, following Guru and changing. Once they change, then they are able to come. Then we are able to establish a spiritual culture. So I was saying that people, when Prabhupada spoke about Varnashram, people didn't want to follow. They said, maybe not, we don't have to or something. But actually, one Prabhupada disciple now, he was saying one thing, that we are, not that we are above, but we are not even qualified for Varnashram. We cannot be. Do you know what is a Brahmin? Do you know what is a Kshatriya? Vaishya. They are so fixed in their duties. They'll be performing all the duties properly. They'll be subservient to Vedic culture. This is a great thing. It's great. We are not qualified for that. What to speak of beyond? So we had to come on that level. And that time, Parikshit Maharaj was shocked to see one, but now everyone. Kastvam, who are you? Now, they'll go, if someone who's following properly a Vedic culture, who are you? Why are you following? Why are you dressing like this? What are you doing? Something strange, we're seeing someone is following this culture. You don't believe everything, do you? Everything you're accepting. That is the shock. Therefore, everyone is unhappy due to maladministration of the state. Okay. Hare Krishna. Any question?